sports, but I think the best teams, the closest teams, really do have a brotherhood. And I think everybody knows that Reggie's been struggling to make shots, never for a lack of effort. The guy's in the gym all the time. And the funny thing is, I had Jamal Murray and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope at the scorer's table during that stretch. And this speaks a lot about our group. Both those guys said to me, Coach, let Reggie ride, let CB ride. This group is playing well. And, you know, part of our culture, because we do have a culture in Denver as well, part of our culture is being selfless, getting over yourself. And I think that, you know, that's another example of how our team is always getting over the individual, thinking about the collective. And, you know, really happy for Reggie Jackson. You know, it hasn't been an easy stretch for him, but he showed out in the fourth quarter of a really important game for us.
You know how tough it is to play Miami with the way they collapse on Nikola. How valuable are these kind of games against those kind of teams? Because it shows you can play any way you want.
Yeah, if you want to be a champion, and for us, if you want to be a team that can repeat as champions, you have to be able to win on the road and win different types of games, to your point, Vic. And some nights it's going to be a rat race, it's going to be up and down, and other nights it's going to be a dogfight in the half court, possession by possession. And it seems like every time we play against Miami, I think we beat them in game one, 103-97, and tonight is 100-88. So,
oh no!
Adebayo's a hell of a defender. They do a really good job of limiting Nikola's looks. But other guys, Michael Porter gets 25, Aaron 16, Jamal 14, and the bench comes up big, especially late in the game. So that's what you need. If teams are going to sell out and take Nikola away, somebody else has to step up and help carry the load. And we had plenty of examples of that this evening.
Eric, you sort of addressed this pregame also about being able to finish, being able to step up. For 40 minutes, you went toe-to-toe with the defending champions. Then what happened?
Uh-oh.
Then they do what they've done a lot this year. You know, they've had quite a few of these games, you know, where they've been in the balance, and then when they want to put on the Jets. You know, they've been able to leave teams behind the dust. And that's what it felt like tonight. It felt like they just flipped a switch in those last 4 minutes. Jackson was a big part of it. You know, Murray was on the bench, and they were basically running those typical two-man actions that they run with Murray and Jokic, but they did it with Jackson, and you know, he was doing his best facsimile.
What did you say?
Of Murray. And then at that point, it just created enough juice and separation that they had that extra kick, you know, down the stretch. And, you know, clearly it was a struggle for us to score. We had moments, and that's fine, actually, like if we could have kept it in the mud. But they had their burst, and then we stayed where we were, and that was basically the game.
I know it's kind of what Denver does, but what did they do to keep you guys off the three-point line for most of the night?
Yeah, you know, that is what they do. You know, to me it felt like we passed up some open threes. I don't think it would have been 43-point attempts, you know, but certainly, you know, it should have been 10, 12 more. Passed up open ones and then drove it into their size. You know, if you pass up, you know, some open ones, you're not going to get a better one. And there were definitely, you know, probably a half dozen of those where we end up getting a worse shot by passing up one. You know, and that also keeps the defense honest. You know, you have to work all different aspects of.
Do you know what time it is?
We weren't necessarily able to do that tonight, and that's a credit to Denver. I said that when we played them in Denver. They're one of the more underrated defensive teams, and since All-Star break, they've kind of turned it on that side of the floor. You know, so we couldn't get into our normal, you know, rhythm. Yeah, but yeah, we certainly needed to, you know, take a few more of them.